Water. What is water? Water is a very simple compound. It has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. The hydrogen atoms are positively charged and the oxygen is negatively charged. There is a covalent bond between the hydrogen and oxygen atom. There are many properties of water. One property is high specific heat capacity. Water has a very high specific heat capacity. This means that a large amount of energy is needed to boil water. If you put a pot of water on the stove, you will notice that it takes a while for the water to boil. This is because water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, and that is a lot of energy. Just like it takes a lot of energy to boil water, a lot of energy is needed to freeze water. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, meaning there is not a lot of energy. There are 2 types of energy transfer. The first energy transfer is known as heat of fusion. That is when energy is required to change water from a solid to a liquid. The second energy transfer is known as heat of vaporization. That is when energy is required to change water from a liquid state to a gas state. Another property of water is that ice floats. Water expands when it freezes, so it becomes less dense. Water in solid form is less dense than liquid. This allows ice to float. If it sank, it would kill the fish and plants. Ice insulates the rest of the water below from freezing to keep aquatic life alive. Weak hydrogen bonds freeze to form crystal and separate water molecules to form small hydrate lattices. Ice crystals are symmetrical and have a hexagonal shape. Another property of water is that it's a great solvent. Water is known as a universal solvent because so many substances are soluble in water. A solute is a substance that dissolves in water. A solvent is a liquid in which solute dissolves to form a solution. Water is a solvent that creates an aqueous solution. Substances that dissolve in water are called hydrophilic. Substances that do not dissolve are called hydrophobic. Evaporation. Liquid water molecules evaporate to become a gas. A large amount of energy is needed to change the state of water and to separate molecules. An example is when sweat evaporates from your skin, taking heat away from it. Adhesion. Adhesion is the attraction of water to unlike substances. In this picture, water is attracted to a plant. This is seen through transpiration. Transpiration is a process in which water molecules move through a plant. Water molecules attach to the stem of the plant and move up. Paper towels absorb liquid through capillary action as water molecules are attracted to the towel. Cohesion is the attraction of water to water molecules. This property can clearly be seen through surface tension of ponds. This property allows certain insects to walk on water. Coins also portray this property. They contain an abundance of water droplets, forming a blob of cohesive water molecules. Hydrogen bonds. Hydrogen bonding exists between molecules of water in both its liquid and solid states. In liquid, the negatively charged oxygen atom of one water molecule is attracted to the positively charged hydrogen atoms of another water molecule. This is known as hydrogen bonds. A hydrogen bond is a weak bond. It has about 10% strength of a covalent bond between a hydrogen atom and an oxygen atom. But where many hydrogen bonds form, they have a considerable strength and greatly influence the structure and properties of water. Dehydration, synthesis, and hydrolysis. In the following molecule being drawn, the compound water known as H2O is being removed to synthesize large molecules. This is used to create polymers of organic molecules like carbohydrates and proteins that are needed as energy for everyday life. In hydrolysis, water is being added to break down molecules to smaller counterparts. Water is an important resource found on Earth. It plays a huge role in helping living organisms carry nutrients and deplete waste. It is essential for the biosphere. It helps plants grow, which gives nutrients to animals and humans. Water has a special property called ice float, and that helps aquatic life survive. This was presented by Ishmael, Hillary, Melissa, and Ashley.